This week on the Island Times News Update, Neptune Beach gets a favorable report in its annual audit and continues to work on signs and parking. And the National Weather Service has updated its hurricane awareness site in preparation for the beginning of hurricane season June 1st. Welcome to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. The city of Neptune Beach is in sound financial condition. That's the assessment of the accounting firm Purvis Gray & Company, which recently completed an audit of the city's finances and presented a report Monday to the Neptune Beach City Council. CPA Ron Whiteside told the panel that overall the city is in sound financial condition. The report shows that the city's assets exceed its liabilities over $14 million, a net increase of $1,121,900 over fiscal year 2013. General revenues increased by 2.1% over 2013 due to an increase in operating receipts, according to the report. The city's public safety pension account is 88% funded, Whiteside said, a position in which a lot of cities would like to be. One area in which the city has a problem, Whiteside said, is in its municipal water system. He said line loss in the city's aging water system increased from 31% in 2013 to 34% in 2014. Line loss is water that's metered out of the city's utility plant, but not billed to a customer. Some comes from leaky pipes or fire hydrant flushing, he said, but much of the problem in Neptune Beach seems to be the 380 water meters that did not measure any water use, as well as an older meter at the water plant which Whiteside said can read too fast due to turbulence issues. Normal line loss for a city like Neptune Beach is around 15%. The auditor recommended that the city continue to study possible causes of unaccounted for water usage and implement a more aggressive meter testing and replacement program. In a letter to the auditors on that issue, City Manager Jim Jarboe said the city is utilizing all methods to try to correct this type of line loss. In addition to the 380 meters with zero reads, the city has located approximately 800 water meters that are in excess of 15 years old, and they're in the process of changing those out as well. Jarboe said some 350 meters, including two 4-inch meters, have already been replaced. Jarboe also said that portions of the city's municipal water system is as much as 50 years old, and while upgrades are planned, they will take several years. Well, staying in Neptune Beach, the City Council continues to struggle to put in place rules for when a multi-tenant business will be required to bring a sign into compliance with the city's mandate for monument signs. Earlier this year, the council eliminated the hard deadline for changing over signs, but there were still questions about the large signs at places like shopping centers where multiple businesses are located. The council sent the ordinance back to the Community Development Board for further revisions, and the first of those were discussed at Monday's meeting. One of the issues brought forth by the council was businesses on large or corner lots for which one small monument sign would not be adequate for people to find their business.
You could, where you had one sign now, rather than be a larger sign, you could have that sign go down to a monument sign and increase the number of signs allowed up to 3. We're going with monument signs, but then we're increasing the number of monument signs in certain instances. Rather than cleaning up signs, we're increasing the number, and I don't know if that was what the purpose was.
Wiley said the issue should be discussed further before any final vote is taken, and the commission agreed. The council had also asked the Community Development Board to better define rebranding for the purposes of when that might trigger a sign change, and that language was included in the revised ordinance. Businesses such as shopping centers could also modify the panels of multi-tenant signs without being forced to come into compliance with the sign ordinance. But those weren't the only signs discussed by the council Monday night. The council agreed to spend $800 for a Welcome to Neptune Beach sign on 1st Street at the southern city limit. The sign will be paid for from an account for the Ishbrant Beautification Committee. Placement of similar signs is expected on Penman Road and on 3rd Street. A larger welcome sign is being planned for the western city limit on Atlantic Boulevard, but that sign will require approval by the State Department of Transportation, as it would be in the right-of-way of the state highway. Community Development Director Amanda Askew said that the DOT requires engineering plans for such a sign, and they have been submitted to the state. And the council discussed new signs for beach access points outlining activities that are not allowed on the beach. Multiple ideas were presented, and that issue will come back before the council at a future meeting. The Neptune Beach City Council discussed a proposal to eliminate a clause of its parking requirements that allows a business to be established in the central business district and town center with 50% fewer parking spaces than would be required in other parts of town. The parking reduction was put in place in 2004, and it's credited with helping attract several businesses to the town center area of Neptune Beach. But with more businesses coming and some existing restaurants asking for rooftop patios, and property owners becoming more strict about who may park in designated lots, the issue is getting more attention. Community Development Director Amanda Askew said that under the current system there are 19 spaces that are not currently associated with a specific business, but Vice Mayor Richard Arthur said that many of those are non-conforming spaces. Meanwhile, he said there are other opportunities to find more parking in the area, including 62 spaces in the Lemon Street parking lot. And he said the city is being very generous with parking spaces for businesses.
It just costs money, and I think by charging South Coast Capital money for what they're getting for free, somewhere to start. I think just getting creative and before we take the nuclear option, I think there's a way to do it.
Mayor Harriet Pruitt said that in some cases, the employees of the businesses are responsible for the problem by not parking in remote lots and using provided shuttles.
And for us to expect our city employees to be shuttled when town center is they're not doing what they should be doing. And I think Jay is continuing to work at it, but that's one of the problems right there.
Pruitt said that more discussion was needed and that the issue would be placed on the agenda for the June workshop. In Jacksonville Beach, the council held a workshop to set priorities for some of the first projects to be completed from its downtown action plan. Mayor Charlie Latham said that there was broad agreement among the members of the council on many of the projects, and the workshop went quickly. But he said there would be additional discussion of a downtown parking garage, as well as the distribution of liquor licenses in the Central Business District. But when we come back, getting ready for hurricane season. This is the Island Times News Update.
Beaches Academy Child Care Center in Jacksonville Beach has been offering affordable, loving child care to families in the Beaches communities for 35 years. Conveniently located on Penman Road, Beaches Academy offers care for children from infants through preschool, with programs that encourage learning and outdoor play. Our affordable tuition means families can get quality child care at a price that fits their budget. Contact Beaches Academy at 246-3885 and schedule a tour of our center. Beaches Academy, the child always comes first. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning in Atlantic Beach offers a full range of residential and commercial heating and air conditioning services, from new installation to replacement and remodeling. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning can keep your home comfortable year-round, and they offer preventive maintenance contracts to keep your system running at peak efficiency. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning is an authorized Bryant dealer and will service all brands. For year-round comfort in your home or business, contact the original Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning at 241-1788.
Welcome back to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. National Hurricane Preparedness Week begins Sunday, and the National Hurricane Center has updated its website in advance of the beginning of the season, June 1st. The primary hazards from hurricanes are storm surge flooding, inland flooding from heavy rains, destructive winds, tornadoes, and high surf and rip currents. While hurricanes pose the greatest threat to life and property, tropical storms and depressions can also be devastating. People living in coastal areas such as ours are urged to have a hurricane evacuation plan because even if a below normal season is forecast, it only takes one storm to make a very active season. The National Hurricane Center has released a series of instructional videos and is encouraging people to share them through social media and personal websites. We'll bring you those next week on the Island Times. The North Florida Transportation Planning Organization gave an update on various projects planned for the beach at the Jacksonville Beach City Council meeting Monday night. Denise Benowith made a similar presentation in Atlantic Beach last month. She said that the FDOT is planning a bike lane and sidewalk on the Atlantic Boulevard Bridge, with most of the construction taking place next year. FDOT has budgeted $2.4 million for the construction. Other beach projects outlined by Benowith are landscaping on Beach Boulevard from San Pablo Road to 12th Street at $2.06 million. That project is budgeted largely for this year. A third project would put a sidewalk on Sherry Drive at the Atlantic Beach Elementary School. The bulk of that project would be built in 2017 at a cost of $687,835. A major project that will be undertaken mostly in 2016 and 2017 is a drainage improvement on 3rd Street and A1A from Seagate Avenue to Beach Boulevard, where flooding is often a problem. FDOT has budgeted $2.7 million this fiscal year and $27.6 million in fiscal years 2016 and 2017. And there are two ferry-related projects on the list. The FDOT has budgeted $450,000 each of the next 2 years for ferry operations, and $93,034 has been allocated to construct rectangular rapid flash beacons and signage, as well as pavement markings at the south terminal of the St. Johns River Ferry in Mayport. Applications are being accepted for the 17th session of the Jacksonville Beach Police Department Youth Police Academy. The academy begins on Saturday, June 13, 2015, and is open to children 8 to 12 years of age. The academy consists of 5 sessions running from 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturday mornings and 1 class on a Friday evening. The class is offered free of charge, but space is limited, and applications will be accepted until Wednesday, June 10th, or until the class reaches 25 students. Award-winning author and photographer David Fitzsimmons will be at the Bookmark on Monday, June 8th at 7 p.m. to talk about and sign copies of his new book, Curious Critters, Marine. Although dedicated to children, this book will appeal to marine animal enthusiasts of all ages. It features some of North America's most incredible marine animals captured through Fitzsimmons' award-winning photography. The Moonlight movie for the end of May will be The X-Men. The movie will be shown on May 29th at 9 p.m. at the Seawalk Pavilion. It's the final movie in the series in Jacksonville Beach this summer. And finally, it's the Memorial Day holiday this weekend, and most city offices will be closed Monday in observance of the holiday. The Atlantic Beach City Commission will move its regular meeting to Tuesday at 6:30 p.m., and the Neptune Beach City Council will also have a meeting Tuesday in the council chambers. That meeting will be to review the top 10 candidates for city manager and narrow that list down to 3 for interviews. That meeting begins at 6 p.m. Well, the National Weather Service says we can expect a pleasant Memorial Day holiday weekend with sunshine and cooler temperatures through the weekend and a slight chance of showers Sunday and Monday. Highs will be in the upper 70s to low 80s pretty much all week, and lows will be in the mid-70s. The Island Times is always digital, always free at www.theislandtimes.com. Become a subscriber and get updates on news from the beaches communities delivered right to your email box. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm Tom Patton. Thanks for watching.